Hello and welcome to another episode of Hanukkah Erotica Book Club podcast. I'm Raizel and I'm joined by my stepsis and co-host Malya. Hi, Mal.
Hi.
What's up?
You know, another week of vacation from school here.
Long days.
Are you off all week?
I am, but the kids aren't.
Oh, amazing.
Today was a day off. Tomorrow's just Binny. Wednesday, Thursday,
Tomorrow
Friday.
Just Binny has
just
school
Rachie.
or doesn't have school?
Binny does not have school tomorrow, but Jonah does. And Wednesday, Thursday, Friday is Rachie party.
Wow.
Yeah. Again.
That's amazing. Yeah, I don't know. Again, this is not so interesting, but I just feel like I don't remember this vacation from my own childhood, and I feel it should not exist.
This was definitely a vacation in New York public schools. I recall it clearly. It's possible it wasn't in Jewish day schools because you have like yeshiva week and yeah, I think you're right.
Right.
Is Pesach so long?
Right. I don't know. I just feel like we just
had a break.
there's a break in 6 weeks. There was a break 6 weeks ago. Enough.
I do feel we just had a break, like winter break.
A long weekend is good. We don't need a week.
Yeah, long weekend. It feels restorative.
But a week is what we have, so here we are.
Yeah, it's long.
It's okay. I mean, it's fine. It's fine. We're just, it's cozy here. Brooklyn is really like peak disgusting right now.
The snow.
I say that as a lover of Brooklyn forever, but it's really it's rough out there.
The snow is so disgusting in Lower Manhattan, so I can imagine it's similar in Brooklyn.
It's like worse now that there's less snow because it's like all that's left is dirt, debris, and like frozen dog shit.
I don't understand why people stopped cleaning up after their dogs because of the poop. I don't think I understand. It's just there's poop everywhere.
Everywhere. It's all at various stages of petrification.
It's just horrible.
It's really nuts. I think it was just too hard. People were just like,
I don't want to fall. I don't want to slip.
Yeah, I don't want to slip.
Well, I fell in the snow. I understand. Thank God it wasn't poop.
You fell?
Yes, I did. I'm okay.
But not in poop.
Thank God.
It could have easily been.
Of course,
though.
there's poop everywhere.
It's a likelihood.
I didn't fall in clean snow.
Well, there is no clean snow, so that would have been impossible.
Yeah, it's really something. I also don't remember it ever being this bad, like so snowy for so long. Like I know we've gotten a ton of snow, but then maybe it hasn't been this freezing, so it just like melted or something. I don't know. It just feels endless. And also like talking about the weather is so not interesting to me, but I can't stop because it's so cold. And there's dirty snow everywhere.
And also, I mean, people are like, why do we live in New York? Which I'm not in that camp. Like, I love New York.
Yeah.
I know exactly why we live in New York. It's not the weather. It never has been. So whatever. That's a silly train of thought to me.
Totally.
But,
also, when the weather's really good, it's very hard for me to be productive every day. Like, I don't understand actually how people just go to work and sit indoors all day, every day when it's just gorgeous out.
Yeah, that is very difficult.
That would be challenging.
Right.
I would take a lot of breaks.
Right. And honestly, having a break with the kids, when it's nice out, I feel more pressure to be like, we should be outside. I should take them to a playground. Now I'm just like, we're all sitting around.
Yeah.
There's nothing else to do.
There's nothing else.
It's all good.
Yeah, it's been really...
William famously moved into this apartment in the winter of 1996 when there was an epic snowstorm.
Oh.
I remember it myself. And he says that the snow didn't melt till June. That seems like a legend that's gotten more extreme with time. And he says he didn't know there was a park 2 blocks away until the summer because he was just walking to the subway and back, and it was very
crazy. Snowy. In which direction? He doesn't mean Prospect Park, right?
Yeah, he didn't know Prospect Park existed, basically.
I thought he meant like that playground, on 5th. That's also kind of close. There's like a cute playground.
Oh,
no,
yeah,
he means
the
Prospect
playground.
Park.
I don't think he would like that playground.
He never would have known that.
I don't think he ever would have known that until he had kids. That's not like in your purview, really.
Prospect Park.
No, he didn't know Prospect Park was 2 blocks away. He was just like walking to the F train, walking home, stopping for takeout.
By the way, I too remember the snowstorm of 96.
Oh, me too.
Yeah.
That's I feel like this one rivals that. Like that's the last time I really remember this level.
There was another one that's like also 2 feet in 2016 when we had babies.
Oh, so yeah,
that's why we were just home cooped up with the baby.
Really? I was completely unaware.
Yeah, it's like a foot and a half. Mm-hmm.
Didn't know.
Okay, well, for those of you who are listening for the first time on this podcast, we review Jewish romance books.
We're
But
not
we also talk about the
meteorologists.
snow. We're not meteorologists, but we've had it, and we don't live in New York and New Jersey for the weather.
Right. We don't.
But
I'm
wait, I
fine
have a
with
lot to
that.
talk to you about. Your snake story.
What's my snake story?
Wait, wasn't it a snake from last
Oh,
week?
oh, my snake story. I
Wait,
blocked it out.
you know, is this a story you think that your parents know? Because your dad had never heard of it.
Oh, I'm not surprised that he hadn't heard of it.
Okay. This was
No,
like
like I
something,
probably told it at some point, but it was a story that happened to me as an individual in school. Like he wasn't there for it. You
right.
know what I mean? It had nothing to do with him.
Okay. Some big reactions to it.
Didn't know Molly was a psychopath.
Yeah, it's just like a formative moment for you. Like Jonathan thought it was like part of your origin story. Like if you were in a movie, this would be like the
Totally.
flashbacks scene.
Completely. Completely. And I really want to shed it. I don't want it to be part of my
Of
origin story, but
course.
I feel like it's too late. It's like it's baked in there. It's so sad, really.
So that really cracked me up. Also, Jonathan wanted to point out just like maybe just growth or just a change because I think I was really kind of anti-spirituality in a way that he thinks maybe
Oh,
seemed, like 20-something-year-old me, dancing around at Isabella Friedman and, whatever, rainbow tights. And I said, no, 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 it's two separate things. I still love singing in shul and dancing.
right,
That I love.
right.
That's different to me than like wellness retreat, sound bath spirituality.
I don't feel like this stuff existed as much when we were in that era, or it wasn't in our orbit. Like I don't remember silent meditations.
I think it existed. And by the way, because I think Isabella Friedman did like two different 5-day things a year.
Right. You're probably right.
I think it existed. I just think I
But we would
wasn't.
never have selected to go to them.
How?
The whole reason we're there is to
To talk.
never stop yapping.
That's it. So
New
it's
people
not
to
that I
yap
don't,
with.
I still, like, so that part hasn't changed. Like, singing in shul and moving my body to music, be it Jewish or not, is something I love.
Of course.
It's just like this other kind of spirituality, quote unquote, or capital S or whatever, is too much for me.
Because of the silence. Is it the silence element or just it's like
It's
the seriousness
performative.
of it in
It's like, no,
general?
it's like feels performative
Yeah,
sometimes.
yeah. I think you were always like that. I think we always
I said,
mocked it when it got
as
too
I'm saying,
wacky.
I don't think that's a change I don't really think that's such a change.
I agree.
Thank you.
I agree.
Thank you.
I didn't take it as anti-spirituality.
Thank you.
But I hear where he's coming from, but I didn't take it that way.
Yes, because he's just, thinking about like my friends in those days. But I was like, no, I agree.
Right.
That hasn't changed. Actually, maybe
I
some of
agree.
that has, but no, yes, it's like the performative nature of it and and of course the silent part. No
Well, maybe
gracias.
as you've gotten older, you can state it more unabashedly. Like maybe you would have been more tentative about it.
Possible.
Now you're just like, this isn't my thing, and I'm happy to just say that.
Yeah,
That's it.
that is possible. But also, since we last spoke, Team Beat USA, Jewish edition,
Yes.
Naomi Les came to our shul. I told you this was
Oh,
happening.
no. So
Okay,
nice.
for a weekend,
Mm-hmm.
like
Great.
a whole
Scholar in residence.
artist in residence
Artist
situation,
in
Shabbat
residence. There you go.
Shira, beautiful weekend. She'd
Awesome.
be on the cover.
Oh, totally.
The cover, a full cover
Cover.
story.
She's the centerfold, possibly. Either way.
Amazing.
Do, 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 do.
So it was really, really nice to see her. And we talked about the
That's so
coldly
nice.
mood. And then I remembered that you had sent me that picture from 18 years ago,
Was that
which
the coldly
it might
mood?
have been. I don't know.
Right.
We were
I feel like
bundled.
we would have been in more layers
We
than
were
if it
bundled though.
was.
We
Were
were
we? I
scarves,
don't
but
feel
there were
like
always a lot of there was a lot of fabric in those days for us. There was always a pashmina and there's a lot of
there was always a scarf or two.
yeah, there was like a lot of fabric. It was like
Totally.
free people, billowy clothing,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
then
yeah. Oh,
layers on
absolutely.
top.
Yeah, yeah,
It's like
yeah.
we were trying to be Jewish Rayanne
Oh,
or her
I would
mom.
love to be Jewish
Or her
Rayanne.
mom.
Or and her now I'm her mom. Yeah, totally. Oh,
Oh,
she was great with the tarot cards. I
the
love
best. I
her.
just love that
No,
show.
but I
There's just
even
nothing like it.
that tunic that I was wearing in that picture, I remember I found it at Loehmann's and I was like, "Ah, I love this tunic, this
See,
brightly colored tunic."
interesting because I was wearing in the picture an orange crocheted sweater that's a layering piece because it's all holes and it goes on top of like a turtleneck or a long sleeve or whatever.
Sure.
Also, very much remember that it was a Free People item from Loman's.
When
We were
Loehmann's had
both
that
in
free people
Loman's.
stuff, that was great.
The best, the best. It
Totally.
reopened, didn't it?
Loehmann's reopened?
Wait, I think it did reopen. Am I spreading rumors?
I have no idea. I believe you.
Maybe
I
William
didn't
can
know
Google
that.
this while we're chatting.
There was the Jewish Moms of Brooklyn WhatsApp group that I'm in, which has like 300 people in it.
Yeah.
A bunch of them were talking about their love of Loehmann's, and I tracked down the article that Dory Luack wrote for the Post when Loehmann's closed. That she had like, she was like, "Oh, do you want to give me a quote for my article?" And I wrote like 5 paragraphs. I wrote an artitle, my own article, basically, and then I sent it to her.
What a gift to ask you for a quote.
And she was like, I can't use all 7 paragraphs of this, but it's
You
really
just
good.
like
And then
created
she
work for
used like,
her.
what?
You just created work for her.
I totally created work for her. So annoying. Like, who wants that? But then she was very nice and she used like a ridiculously, like she used like a full paragraph from it, which was really nice.
What an honor.
Really was.
Yasher kochech.
Oh, toda. Baruch tiyeh. Baruch tiyeh. Baruch tihi?
I don't know. I don't know.
Baruch tihi.
I rarely go up and get honors. In fact, the other day I got asked to do one.
Yeah.
You know, dress the Torah.
And
I was like, I don't think I can because I got to get Benny to a birthday party and I don't know what time I'm leaving, but I really
you can't
appreciate
commit.
it. I can't. And then it was time to dress the Torah and I saw I was still there. So I made eye contact with the, I guess,
Yeah,
Gabbai.
with
I guess the
Gabbai, yeah.
Gabbai. And she like shrugged and looked at me. She's like, I was like, I guess I'm still here. And she's like, actually, it's okay. Because I guess the family, like the bar mitzvah family, had a person to do it anyway. I was like,
Got
oh,
it.
good. Thank God. That would have been so awkward if I got up there and like some cousin was like
Had
trying
to
to
like
wrap the
jostle
Torah.
someone
It was
else.
so awkward. Anyway, okay. So William mentioned that AI assist or something was going to be on the Zoom tonight.
Oh yeah. I don't
And
see them. I thought usually you see them as a participant, but I
I
don't know.
also thought you see them as a participant, so I'm wondering what's happening. AI companion. Maybe if I click it, I'll know. Open AI companion. I don't want to. Anyway,
No.
AI companion's been a real source of contention at work.
Oh, that's funny because I was at a bar association meeting where they spent half an hour talking about AI companions.
But they don't. It
Also,
shouldn't be on. It. What do they have to say?
shouldn't be on. It's a privacy issue. People are sending their AIs to meetings they can't be at. I mean, there's a transcription out there somewhere. And what if people want to discuss confidential things?
Hmm. I think it
But
must
like,
have to do
what's
with the
being
same stuff.
discussed in like a bar association subcommittee? It makes no sense to me, but whatever.
Yeah, I think maybe it's related, like confidential stuff, and then there's a transcript that literally no one will read. But okay.
Like, who does anyone even who sends their AIs? Like, I think it's just like it goes automatically, like it's hooked up to your calendar. Like, does anyone actually look at those transcripts?
I don't think so, but also, like, I don't even think people are intentionally sending AI. It's like it seems like people at work just keep accidentally doing it.
Totally.
Like
I think
someone,
most people do that. I think there's something that's hooked up to their calendar where, like, whenever there's a meeting, it's just it goes.
right? Exactly. Anyway, okay.
I
So we're using
generally,
it
I
tonight.
feel people have a weird like thing with privacy that I don't understand. Like, I would like some degree of privacy, but I generally feel like, I don't know, like nothing I do is so interesting that anyone wants to look at it or hear it.
Also, for this particular podcast, having a transcript's not an issue for us. We're literally recording it and putting it out there.
Well, right. We're not concerned with privacy
We're
here.
not.
No.
Anything else we need to cover before we dive into the book?
Yeah, I did want to say that our friend Daniela Grunsbeck, friend of the podcast, and of course, most notably, singer and composer of Seltzer Emergency, we have joked repeatedly that we like how she sort of casually uses these new age phrases and words, like everybody like kind of just knows what they are and how they fit into
Yes.
what they mean.
Yes.
And it's come to the point now where like the joke has ruined the phenomenon because now she knows it and she's purposely sending me over the top messages full of new age lingo because she knows I think it's funny.
Are you sure?
Yeah, no, positive because she sent me a message the other day that was like just a piece of news about a friend that we have that I'm not going to say here because no one knows that person. It's not interesting. But then she was just like, really psychedelic to see their soul timelines collapsing like this. And I was like, what? And then she wrote, I just wrote that because I know you love when I talk like that. And I was like, oh,
Yeah,
like,
thank you. We do.
yeah, yes, I do.
Okay, but
And that's
here's the thing.
great. But also like now it's not real anymore.
Okay, but the voice notes that I have gotten over the years is I don't think that she knows this. I don't think that it
Yeah.
was intentional.
No, no, no. It started out not being intentional. Now that I think we've made the joke, it's become a
That's
thing.
funny. Well, yes, she's never been humorless. She's hilarious. So that's
No, of
funny.
course. No, she gets the joke. It's just I'm saying like now I feel like there's no longer going to be just unself-conscious new age jargon. So,
Okay.
it's just what happens when you
It's what
mock
happens.
something, I
It'll be over the
guess. Yeah.
top. But I mean, there
Yeah.
was a time she thought Ariella was a bat, completely sincerely. Did you ever hear about that?
Oh
The night of her
yeah, she
funeral.
saw the bat. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
She was sure Ariella was a bat.
Yeah.
I got a very long voice note about that. And
I think she might have told me that too.
it was
Or
a
maybe I'm just remembering you telling me it.
it was a really, honestly, intense and amazing story and I think experience for her, but it was filled with some interesting terminology.
Well, today she messaged me that I was like, "How's everything going in Florida?" Because she's in Florida for the winter. And she wrote that things are good because she just got a great rain stick at an estate sale. And then she sent me a 59-second voice note that was just her
Shaking the
playing the rain stick, or I
thing.
don't know, or turning the rain stick.
We really should have her on, honestly. I think we should have her on the pod. It would be
She
a
should
great
totally.
episode.
Agreed.
She'd be like, "Hi, guys."
That was good. That was a good imitation.
Thanks.
Maybe you could just do her.
No, we should have her on, honestly. This would be great.
She would love to be on.
I also got a good voice note from her. She ran into an ex of mine in Brooklyn and shared with me the details of the interaction.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, it was very funny. She said it was hard for her to make small talk with muggles.
What's Muggle? That was his name?
No, like non-magic folk in Harry Potter.
Oh, with Muggles. Oh, I get it. Right.
That was his name.
That's funny. I was like, no, because I don't know. Maybe you had a nickname for him or something.
No.
Got it, Muggles.
Like
Harry Potter.
she's a wizard and it was hard for her to talk to non-magic
Yeah, of
folk.
course. He's a common folk, no magic. I got it.
Hilarious.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's really funny.
Anyway, I'd love to have her on.
Yeah, we should do it.
Yeah. Actually,
I don't know that she'll read a book. But...
Yeah, but she could, whatever. Maybe we'll figure something out.
Yeah.
Also, regarding last week's episode, my rabbi saw that it was about falling for the rabbi and was like, "I got to read this." I brought him and his wife the book to shul to give it to them.
Oh,
put it on their,
so nice.
Hope they liked it. And then my friend Sherry, listener, a fan of the pod, said that she thought, because I was like, what suburban town is like has like a whole. She lives in Montclair and was thinking like it actually could totally be that, like that there's like a lot of young people.
Right.
Both Montclair and Morristown have like people like do not just have families and have a whole scene, and there could be a world in which the book takes place there. So I wanted to say that.
But Montclair is a college town. Like the book doesn't mention being like I feel like that's
I never
what
think
makes
about
it...
that, but I guess you're right. There's a college there too.
I hear what you're saying though about it being like suburban, but also having more of like a scene and restaurants and this and that. I get that. I just feel like the college is a wild card. But
I
I hear
haven't thought about that. Okay, so for tonight's episode, I wore my game day sweatshirt.
Oh.
It's so low. It's so low on the shirt, which now makes me realize why it was on such giant sale when I got it last year. Because like this entire time I've been talking, you can't see it.
Yeah, I can't see it again. But now I know it's there, so that's good. Got it. We need a still of that.
Here.
Still shot that.
Okay, here's the thing. Since we last spoke, have you read or watched Heated Rivalry or anything
Not
about
at
Heated
all.
Rivalry?
No.
Have you discussed, clicked any clickbait, talked about it with people, anything?
No. I mean, I've mentioned, like, only in the context of our next read for the podcast is a Jewish hockey romance novel because of Heated Rivalry. I only just know I literally all I know is it's a gay hockey romance and everyone loves it.
Yes, okay. The thing is, this book, we're only reading this because of Heated Rivalry, but like this book
Yeah.
wasn't written inspired by Heated Rivalry. Gay hockey romances are prolific.
Well, right, and my
Yes,
understanding based on our conversation with Stacey Agdern back in season 1 is just that hockey romances are prolific generally, more
exactly.
prolific perhaps than other sports.
Yes, hockey romances are very, very big. And then I remember that I had told you that fans of hockey players are called puck bunnies.
Oh, right, right, right,
And then
right.
Jonathan made a joke, is it like a murder of crows? Like they're like all these different terms for different.
Yeah, yeah,
There
yeah, yeah.
are,
No,
I think,
yeah, yeah,
because I
yeah.
told you chuckle fuckers about
Chuckle
people who
fuckers
like to
is
fuck
really good.
comedians.
Yeah,
But yes, puck bunnies. But yes, no, this is different because these are players on a team,
right.
which happens in hockey
Oh, that's not
romances
what Heated
also.
Rivalry is.
Oh, it is. I'm saying it is.
Oh.
That's different than like the fans. A
Yeah, yeah,
lot
yeah.
of the
Right, right,
books are
right.
about fans.
Yes, yes. This
Those are
isn't
the
about
puck
fans.
bunnies.
Right,
These are just players. Yes, Heated
right.
Rivalry is definitely about two players on two different teams, rivals. This is about Nate and Zach on the same team.
Yes, yes. Same team.
Because Heated Rivalry was so good. I mean, I told you, Rachel Reed, who wrote Heated Rivalry, is the top quote on this book. Like,
Right.
obviously
Yeah.
gave it her stamp of approval. I'm curious, like, what did you think? This is sorry, for those of you who didn't listen to last week's episode. For tonight's episode, we read Delay of Game, which is a gay hockey romance, like we said, by Ari Baran.
Okay, I have a preliminary question, which is Ari Baran a man?
I figured Ari Baran was a woman, but let's try to find that one out.
Because I was like, oh, if Ari Baran were a man, I feel that would be the first romance novel we've read written by a man.
Totally. Let's see.
I
Oh,
liked it.
hi, I'm
What?
Ari, a queer, non-binary Jewish author of contemporary sports romances, fantasies, and a few
Hmm,
things in between.
great.
Cool. This is not our first non-binary author. I'm going to follow Ari.
Oh, no, 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 not at all. I did feel like, I mean, who knows, because all this is in my mind, so I don't know, but I felt like this had a more masculine vibe than most of the books we've read, including the books that, like, we've read other gay romances, we've read other books that starred two men, but I don't know, I felt like this was more,
There was a lot of testosterone, you felt
there was a
like?
lot more testosterone in this book than most of the others that, like, believable testosterone. Not like a woman writing guys that are, I don't know, not like someone who's not familiar with testosterone trying to pretend they know.
Well, maybe that's why. I don't know.
Right.
Ari's
I don't know.
Ari's non-binary, so
Right. Right.
I don't know. But
My point is Ari did a good job at conjuring that vibe for me.
yes, it was very. They were really dudes.
They were dudes. And on that note, like, okay, so the book is about two guys who are on the same, well, two guys who at the beginning of the book come to be on the same hockey team. One of them is traded from a much sort of like a better hockey team because he's like been partying so hard that he's become like a liability to that team and he gets traded down to like the worst team in the league basically.
Yes, because he's just like just getting blackout drunk, hooking up, doing lines of coke, like
Right.
just a
Like the
liability.
opening scene is a girl like giving him a blowjob in a bathroom floor of a bar.
Yes.
That's what did it. Like that opening, I was like, all right, this is like a guy here. Like, I don't know. I just felt like, it was like it was supposed to be very like male.
It didn't feel romantic to you.
Did not feel romantic. Didn't even feel like a woman like trying to forget her sorrows. It just felt like a guy partying.
Okay. Yes, it was.
Um,
Yes.
so anyway, Zach is the guy who gets traded to this team, and Nate is is a longtime member of this team and then becomes the captain. And it starts out that Zach like is really resentful of being there, thinks it's the worst thing that's ever happened to him to be traded to this inferior team, is like very sulky and sullen toward Nate. and everybody, and that's kind of how it opens. But then, second chapter in, like fast forward a couple years, Zach and Nate have become best friends and are like in love with each other, but just won't admit it.
Yeah, they are. So this book covers a few different tropes. One that we've never covered, but it seems from the reviews of this book on Amazon that people are really excited about. Well, one is friends to lovers, which we have. Okay,
Sure.
okay. Love, friends to lovers, great.
Right.
Idiots in love is the other.
Yes, I'm
And
really glad that there's a genre called that because that's definitely something happening in this book.
it's just I'm relieved that Idiots in Love has been named in
I love
multiple
that.
reviews here and that we don't have to just be like they were major dum-dums.
Yes. That's why I was gonna be like, is it supposed to be like this is what guys are
No,
like
it's that they
when
were
they're
it's that
no, it's
Zach
that
was
they
a
were
dum-dum,
idiots.
not Nate as much
Yes.
as Zach,
I think they were
right?
both dum-dums. I don't
I
know.
think wasn't Zach more of a dum-dum?
I thought
And I
well,
think that seeing that actually changed my perspective of the book
oh,
because
interesting.
like this is what it's meant to be
Yeah.
and like there's like an awkwardness and there's
Also,
this
why do they constantly call each other buddy? Do men do that? They're constantly like, "Hey, buddy.
some
Great, buddy. Okay, I got you, buddy." Like, I
but they
know
also
men
did use
sometimes
baby in bed.
in bed they start switching to
They switched to
baby as like
baby
an
pretty quickly.
no, but I'm saying nothing to do with them becoming lovers. Like, do male friends just constantly refer to each other as buddy?
I think
Because I've never heard that.
some male friends might. If you're a male listener, please let us know.
I've heard William be like, "Oh, I'm going with my college buddy." Like he'll describe a third person. But like they're not like, "Hey buddy, how's it going, buddy? Great to see you, buddy." Like I don't know, it's just weird.
Ari, if you listen, let us know.
Overusage of
If
buddy
this
for
yeah,
me.
tell us about Buddy.
Maybe that was supposed to be part of it though, but they were like trying really hard to be just friends. Like,
Yes. So they
"You're
were
my
saying it out
buddy."
loud. It's
That's
like,
all it is.
hola, amigo.
Exactly. Like we are buddies. That's what we are.
Right.
Okay, so in that sense, I get it.
Okay, also, this is the second of a series. The series is the Penalty Box series. The first was Mike's story. Do you remember Mike in Princeton as character in this book?
Oh
The
yeah,
first
yeah,
was
yeah, yeah.
Mike's. I like when these books
Ah,
are a part of a series, but also easily as read as a standalone.
totally.
Like, I really appreciate that. I'm actually curious now about Mike's story, but in the
Which means
first
that book
book,
was it piqued your interest. That's
it
good.
piqued my interest. But yes, this was a standalone in my eyes. But there were some, yes, there were some interesting, funny moments, and I definitely want to talk to you about we read this book because we obviously reviewed Jewish romance.
Yes.
What did you think about the kind of Jewish lens here?
I liked it. I thought I would definitely qualify this as a Jew. Like I thought Nate was strongly a Jewish character. Um I mean, his Judaism didn't really factor into the relationship,
Right,
really.
right,
Like it wasn't Zach was not Jewish, and in fact is uncircumcised, as we learn in when they first get together. But um in some books we've read where there's like a Jewish character and a non-Jewish character, it's even if it's not an issue, it's at least a topic of conversation.
right.
Here's some like let me but I guess that goes back to the idiots in love thing. Like these guys didn't have many topics of
No, nothing
conversation.
to talk about that. There was nothing to discuss. Although at one point Zach describes Nate's Judaism as something he's really serious about,
Yes, he does do that, right.
and I was just like,
And how do you
in what way? I
Oh,
don't
because he
know.
had the tattoo. That was kind of interesting to me. Like one of the ways that basically he was like Nate is very serious about his Judaism because he had his grandfather's Holocaust, Nazi, concentration camp tattooed onto his own arm after his Zeta died.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is
And like
something.
that to Zach, I think it was like that was the central thing that showed Zach that he was very serious about his Jewish identity.
Right.
Which I don't know. I mean, I have like read articles in like Tablet magazine about people doing that, but I've never actually met anyone who's done it. to
Daniela
view.
wanted to.
Okay.
Speaking of,
There you go. That's not
I
surprising.
think that was Daniela.
Yeah, I never heard her say that, but I believe you. Like I said, I feel like it's the kind of thing you read like articles about. Like there were definitely like that could have been an article in a teen beat, in a Jewish teen beat
All
episode.
those publications that we talked about in last episode that I don't think exist anymore.
Totally, they
Heeb.
all had articles about this. He definitely covered this extensively, but the point is, like, I never met a real person who did it.
Right.
But I'm sure they're out there, and apparently Nate's one of them. And Nate also had a memory, like talked about memories about his Zeta, and you know, Nate had a fiance at the beginning of the book. Nate has a female fiance who like has been his girlfriend like since high school basically, and she was Jewish. And I think that was like the book mentions that as part of what made her just sort of like, you know, the perfect good choice, like another Jewish girl, like a Jewish girl, someone who like it made sense for him to be with.
I do think this is a good point though that you're making about like this third generation Holocaust survivor being like the bulk of someone's Jewish identity and like why they feel so serious about it. I'm glad you brought that up because I do feel like there's a lot of young Jewish people whose like major tie and the reason they feel the way they feel about Judaism seems to be like this direct connection to the Holocaust. And
Yes.
I think you're right that that's what it was for Nate. Yeah.
Yes, totally. He was very, and it really, you know, it stuck with Zach how sort of intense and emotional he was when he explained getting the tattoo and why he had done it.
Right. There's
But
also
yeah,
a
totally.
scene.
I think.
No, you go first.
No, I think for a lot of third generation, second generation, third generation Holocaust survivor families, this is like the essence of their identity as Jews.
Especially, I'm thinking like secular families who still feel just like they couldn't feel more Jewish, right? It's like they feel it, but it's like this connection for sure. There's even a scene. So Nate's mom hosts a Hanukkah party for the team.
Yes.
And there's a scene where I think Zach's like wandering into a different room of the house and sees a lot of old family photos.
Yes.
And the way it's described, it's like his family before the war and
yeah, them in Europe, them coming here, newly immigrants, like that's very much the story. I also like the description of Nate's mom cooking for that party because it's like she made brisket.
Another brisket, another book with a brisket.
Of course. I mean, it's like, and also again, it's like we've discussed this many times, but like the latke brisket thing to me is unfamiliar because to me it's like you have latkes with sour cream.
There was that that was there too.
Right. But I'm saying totally, and that makes sense, but I'm saying in a more, you know, if you're keeping kosher to that degree, you wouldn't have brisket and latkes.
Right.
But or you might, but you wouldn't put out sour cream. Whatever.
Exactly.
Point
Maybe
is,
there's applesauce.
They had homemade sufganiyot, and she called them sufganiyot.
Okay, a couple things. Hanukkah was spelled CH, like Hanukkah.
Yes.
The sufganiyot. The thing is about the brisket is that it's in so many books that we read. Ari, if you're listening, my mom makes an amazing brisket, and we've discussed this on the podcast and also ate it together live on Instagram.
With no one watching, so unclear.
It's like a tree in the woods. Like, was it live if no one was there to watch it?
If the only people who watched it once it was already recorded.
Anyway, so I was happy to see more brisket in the book.
Yeah.
But yes, there was sufganiyot.
And then she had like stuff that she prepared, she said, quote, for the goyim.
Yes.
Like what she saw as like goyish party food.
Yeah, goyish party food.
And it was like chips and dips and like some kind of broccoli casserole with like cream of mushroom soup in it. Which I love.
Hilarious.
That's really funny.
Okay, but also like chips and dip are currently not goyish food. Like
no, of course not.
That's like universal food.
Yeah.
Jews eat chips.
Of course. It's really funny.
Really funny.
But the casserole with the cream of whatever,
that to me does feel that way.
That feels a little goyish to me.
Yeah,
but that's really funny that she purposely did that. Like,
yeah, that's very funny.
It
either feels to me like of another generation, like a 1950s situation where there's like cream of whatever being put into casseroles.
Yeah.
Or yes, it definitely does. It feels very Goyish, yeah. I think I don't know that we've read many books where like Goyim and Goyish is just straight up written.
Right, and that also that, like, feels very, like, immigrant child of survivors to
Yes.
me. They're like they
Yes.
wouldn't be so observant, like, they have sour cream and brisket, but they have no problem calling things Goyish in a very
Right.
blatant way, you know what I
Right.
mean? Like, they're
Yes, yes, yes.
that feels
Okay, but
right.
then also, does this feel right? Where it was like a feast, but then a paper tablecloth was put out that would be reused in the future, and I was like, is this anti-Semitic?
No, I missed that.
Yeah, it
Paper
was like a
tablecloth is gonna be reused.
yes, it was like
Oh, no.
reuse, and also the way that they were described, the mom was described as intense a few times, and I was like,
Yes, yes.
is this
Intense.
anti-Semitic? Just a few times. Hold on, let me try to find you paper tablecloth because
Zach definitely described the parents as
the
intense.
way it was described as intense, I was like, okay, here. Um, well, okay, another player's coming to the party, okay? They're all coming,
Yep.
and one's nervous,
Yeah.
so he's like, "Oh, he was worried. What'd you tell him? Just that your parents are kind of intense, but super nice. All he has to worry about is being himself and not to wear dress shoes," Zach said with an impish smile. Like he too was remembering his first time showing up at Nate's parents' doorstep in shoes that pinched his toes all night. By the time the rest of the team started trickling in, the two of them made sure everything was set up to Mom's liking. The table with its paper tablecloth that she'd insist on folding up and reusing next year, the mismatched hot plates holding all the food, the cooler stuffed with ice and cans and bottles, extra chairs wherever they'd fit. They didn't have a tree for obvious reasons, but there was a designated area of the steps upstairs for the gift exchanges. Reusable paper tablecloth and intense mom. I don't know.
I don't know about that. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
My
You're
sense, my anti,
yeah, yeah. Red
my
flags are going
anti-Semitism
off.
spidey sense is going on. I'm feeling a
Totally.
little. I want to talk about that.
Interesting. Yeah,
The
I missed that.
intense. It's like I get it,
Right.
but like
They
really
actually
intense, or
didn't
do you just
seem
mean
intense. They
Jewish?
actually
They didn't
didn't
seem
seem intense at
intense.
all.
Does that just mean they're Jewish?
I think it means they're Jewish. I think
That's
it's
what I.
immigrant Jew.
Right. Daughter of a Holocaust survivor.
Exactly. It's a little intense, that whole Holocaust thing.
So yes,
But
I thought
didn't you feel like they were not intense at all, actually? Like they seemed very relaxed.
they
And
didn't seem intense.
they weren't pressuring Nate. They didn't like
No, they were like the most support. They were so
they
supportive.
were really supportive. If
They
anything, Zach was the one who at one point was his mom was like calling him and nagging him that he wasn't calling her, he wasn't being in touch. Nate's mom didn't do that.
yeah, which I like.
Right. And then there was that one point in the book, and also I think this was part of the Dum Dums thing. Like I didn't really there was a whole conflict in there. I didn't understand the source of the conflict. Like maybe I
Oh, okay, yeah, the source of the conflict. Okay. Do you know what it was?
no. I know like there was a point where Nate's mom called him and basically intimates like that maybe he's dating Zach or that something romantic is going on, and he's very like, "What are you talking about, mom? Of course not. We're not dating. No." And she's
We'd
like,
never
"Okay.
date.
We'd never date." And she's like, "Okay, I just thought like you seemed happy with him. Like we want you to be happy."
Right, which is
Very not intense. Very
no,
just
no,
like, "We love
adorable.
you."
Not intense, supportive, great, lovely.
Yeah.
Yes, the
Was that
source of the
related to the
conflict. The
conflict?
source of the conflict is that
Yes.
Zach heard Nate say, "We'd never date. I'd never date him," or "We'd never." That was the source of the conflict. That
Oh,
he
he
said
overheard that.
that they'd never date.
Well, it all really spiraled from there.
Yeah, it all spiraled.
Like, that's what
Yeah,
I'm
he
saying.
drove.
That's what I feel like like, this from the beginning, I was kinda like, "How is this gonna go on?" But when it's first like, the second chapter in, it's already clear they're in love. Like, they're full on obsessed with each other, both of them.
Yes.
And I'm just like, is this gonna be the whole book? It's just like, will they or won't they? Will they or won't they? How long will this go on? But then they kind of do, not super quickly. There was some good tension building up, but I think like by less than a quarter of the way through, they had already
Boned.
hooked up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hot and heavy.
Hot and heavy, many sex scenes in the number of
Yes.
sex scenes in this
Yes.
book.
Spicy, spicy.
Yes. And then
Trigger
I don't
warning,
know,
use of the word baby. If you don't like use of the word baby.
baby was definitely sprinkled in there. Um a lot of talking in these sex
Yes, which
scenes, right?
love. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, there's a good amount of talking. But then like again, I was just like, what's the conflict here? Because it just seems like, okay, they're best
They're
friends.
together, they're best
They're
friends, they like each
together.
other, they're very
Like,
close. And
what's the
also
like,
also in this world, because like in some of these books, the world of hockey isn't accepting, and that's the conflict.
oh, right.
But I think that
Oh,
Mike
yeah.
and that
Is
wasn't
this
the
an
issue.
alternate universe where hockey is a co-ed sport?
No, it's not co-ed. It was co-ed.
It was co-ed. They had a girl on their team. It was a whole thing with the girl changed in their locker room. It was no big deal.
Yeah,
She
this
was
is an
just like,
alternate universe.
okay, because then I was like, my Google is like, is hockey a co-ed sport? No. And then I was like, is this a profession? Then, because then Google was like, sometimes amateur leagues could be co-ed. And then I'm like, is this an amateur league?
No.
No, it's professional hockey. They said that many times.
Professional hockey fictitious team.
This was an alternate universe where there were women on the team, and the women were just, there was one woman on their team, and it's noted that like, yeah, it was a little weird when she first got traded, but now they all just change in the locker room together, and it's no big deal. She's just another teammate.
I would not want to do that. I want
No,
my own space.
yeah, definitely. I think she had the option of her own space, but it wasn't necessary.
And also then she's like missing out on like the pre-game locker room stuff.
Of course, of
This book,
course.
by the way, did lead me to something that's come up before in other books for me, which is I don't like sports.
Wow, you buried the lead there. Well, when you say that, okay, I don't like sports either, but like, how did this? You're saying so you found it
Any
hard to care in this
it's just
book,
like the stuff about the games.
right?
I just part of the like yeah, this I just like you know who likes sports?
Who?
Stacy,
Yeah,
actor.
right.
When
Oh,
she talked
learned
about
that. Yeah,
hockey
yeah, yeah,
romances, and hers I think was baseball, maybe she's written a hockey one, like
yeah.
Stacy loves sports.
Oh, yeah.
I bet Ari Baran probably likes sports. If you write sports romances, I don't know. Ari, let us know. But
Right.
like, I don't. I like the idea of teammates falling in love.
Right. I like the
And I
idea
told
of
you that
like,
Heated Rivalry was listed under workplace romance, or maybe this one was listed under workplace
yeah,
romance,
you
which
did tell
also
me
like,
that's funny.
which I do think is also like, I like a work, that's cute. They work
Right.
together, they're on the team, this is their work.
I know, but you can't really identify this as work. I mean, I
Work.
understand they're
It
getting
is.
paid, so it's
It
technically
is their
work,
job.
but
This is their work.
it's
But
not
it
like
doesn't feel,
relatable to
it's not
me
like,
as work.
it's not relatable to us as work. I think that's part of the fantasy because the thing is though, like there are so many sports and so many teams and so many people in this world for whom this is their work.
Sure.
Look at the Olympics. I guess that's not work. That's not, they're not professionals, but like there's a lot of people doing a lot of sports in a lot of places and all those people are fucking.
There must be quite a bit of that.
Yeah. Not
And I do,
necessarily each other, someone.
so there must be some of that too. I mean, come
Of course.
on. Also, there's something about like when you're like, well, I don't know, these guys, I don't know, like the descriptions of their bodies, they didn't seem like they were so like. I know they were athletes and they were just like big, strong guys, but I do feel like some athletes, like they get into like such shape that it's almost like they're not human being. You know what I mean? It's almost like I don't know how a regular person could be with like it was like they have to be with each other. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, also I think that that's part of the fantasy of like the books is like because here's the thing, like when you
Right.
read there's like a million different tropes of like these fantasies of whatever. There's billionaire tropes and
Sure,
all
sure.
these athletes and whatever, but I think it's like
Yeah.
they're real, right? Like there are like all these like big, bulky, ripped, cut, sweaty athletes with beautiful faces.
Right. And we got to hear about, right. This was like a wish fulfillment for that.
I know it's both of them.
Right.
Heated rivalry, they're rivals on two separate teams.
Got it. So
And
that
it's like
kind of
across
adds,
it's like over a decade basically.
right.
It adds a different element.
Well, that's more of an understandable, clear conflict. Like, that's the thing. Like, okay, they're on opposite sides. They're supposed to be rivals, but they love each other. I get that. That's a conflict I get. This conflict, I was like, okay, he overheard him say we can never date, but then that conflict spins out to take up like a quarter of the book.
Right. He drives to Princeton to talk to Mike about it. But
Yeah,
like
and
it's
it's just
obvious
like,
they love each other. Too
guys, like,
stupid to live. This is like Becky's podcast.
yes, that if it had that vibe to me, of just like,
Yes.
guys, like, just have a like, have one
Yes.
conversation.
Yes. 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 But
Like,
we needed it for the book. But yes, I
right.
understand.
No, I get it. We need it for the book. It's just like that part already, I was like, let's just see them win the cup and wrap this up here. Like, I don't know. I was a little bit like, I was excited. It was good for me. The will they or won't they was good for that first quarter
The
because I did
spice
like
level.
the spice level was,
Also, their friendship. They were very cute.
they were very cute. Even though, again, their friendship was such a bro friendship. They would just like play video games, watch a movie, but they loved each other.
They did. And I
It
loved
was,
them.
that was really special to both of them. The way they played video games, like no one
Yeah.
else could do it
It
exactly that
was. It
way.
was special. Wait,
One
can
of
I
them
tell
was a
you?
good
You
cook,
know
he
how
cooked for the other
oh yeah, a
one.
lot of cooking. You know how I love when we read books and there's like texting and there's like Instagram
Yeah,
posts
yeah,
and like
yeah.
all this. At one point, someone was like listening to a meditation something on Spotify, like a meditation podcast on Spotify. I'm like, this is the first time we've heard Spotify mentioned in a book. Okay,
True.
cool. But then the very last few pages of the book,
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
okay, was like an article. It was like written in the form of an article of
But it was
tracking
like,
them.
yeah, it was like tracking them in real time
But
as
it was
they
like almost in the
celebrated.
form of tweets or tweets or an
Yeah, I don't know.
article.
Yeah, it was like live. I feel like news, I didn't know they did this about hockey teams, but I know like news shows will do like live updates if there's a developing story.
Okay, that was my favorite. I'd read a whole book in that format.
That was fun. That was
I
cute.
loved it. It was so fun. It was such a great way to end the book.
I like that too. That was a great ending.
I
And there
loved it.
was cute texting between like Zach and his friend back from the old team. Very bro, just like, you got this, bro. Bro, what's wrong? Bro, you're crazy, bro. Get it together, bro. But it was cute. They were, it felt real. I don't know. I could see these characters. Like they felt real to
Oh
me. Like
yeah.
they're not relatable to me, but I believe that they exist.
Yes, I loved them. I'm happy that it worked out. I'm happy they're together.
Yeah, they thank God. I mean, thank God that one slip didn't mess things up for good.
They'd have to quit the
That would have been
sport.
tragic. Yeah, exactly. Oh, and there was that whole period where like they were hooking up, but like it was first it was like when they were drunk, and then they were both pretending it didn't happen, and then there was a period where they were doing it because they thought it was good luck. One of them was like,
Oh
it's good luck to
yes.
win the game.
Oh
Well, we've
yes.
hooked
Every
up
time.
twice and we've won two
Every time they
games.
hooked up, they won.
Yeah,
And
so it
you
was
know,
like
by the
they're
way, do you know this that hockey players are very superstitious? This night might not be something you know. Do you know about like the rally beards and stuff?
I know that sports players in general have these things. I didn't know about it
Yes,
in
very
hockey.
superstitious.
Got it.
Yes.
Right. So that fit. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. Like we have to do it. We keep
And
winning.
yeah, and I liked the like they didn't feel too much like they needed to define their sexuality per se.
No.
Like they were just like I like that. I
Yes.
like that, like that, especially that Zach character. He just seemed like he was like omnisexual. Like, you know
Oh
what I
yeah, he
mean?
was
Like he
just
just like liked everyone and
there
everything.
was a character like this in Heated Rivalry. You gotta watch it or read it, Mal. You do.
Okay.
You do.
It's funny
And
because I
especially just
saw go on.
after this. Sorry, go ahead. What
Oh
were you
yeah,
gonna
yeah,
say?
yeah. No, it's just because I saw your mom and she always asks me when I'm reading. And I'm like, well, for the podcast we're reading, Delay of Game, I don't recommend it to you.
To her, no. Mm-mm.
But I do recommend it. Like it was
100%. I
not
really
to
recommend it to our
Bobby.
listeners. I mean, Bobby's a
Yes.
listener, but I recommend it to many of our listeners. And I thank Rena, fan of the podcast, for recommending it.
Oh, totally. Yeah, great call.
Yeah, no, many books I don't recommend to my mom because I know exactly what she likes and doesn't like. Some books that I love and that you love, not podcasts, some podcast books, but just she'll love We Know It.
Yes.
I don't recommend everything to her.
No.
And she appreciates that.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, absolutely. Right. So I knew this was not up her alley, but I think it would be up many people's. And I think it's unique. Like I thought it's unique for my exposure to romance so far.
Yes, I do think that there is a massive, we could probably do an entire just hockey romance podcast.
I'm sure.
So in that sense, it isn't, but in this case it is because of the Jewish representation for sure.
And it was more
Um,
than representation. Like there was more than just a throwaway line that he was
oh yeah.
Jewish. Like I think that it would that part of his character was developed.
I completely agree.
More than most other parts of either of their characters, to be honest.
Oh, that's completely true. I agree. So Delay of Game by Ari Baran. Really check it out. Also, I'm going to check out the other books in the series,
Oh yeah, that's cool.
especially because I'm compelled to know more about Mike's story.
Yeah, right. We got a lot of Mike was like the guru in this book.
Yeah. All right. Anything else we want to cover before we wrap up?
I
I think
think we
that's
said
it.
it all.
I think we said it all. Oh, let me just check my notes.
What?
Just like such a random thing now to throw in there because our
Do it.
conversation is done, and it's
No,
just,
no, no.
I'm really,
Please.
the description of cum in this book. They were like disgusted by it.
I know they were.
They were disgusted by it in a way I've never seen in a book.
I know why.
They were like disgusted by its stickiness. They were like disgusted by it.
There was a lot of discussion of stickiness.
Of literally with the word like disgusting, I think.
Yes,
I'm
yes.
like, what?
Yes.
But they were just like repulsed by it.
Yeah, why?
And I just like, I don't know, just like a part of that. Anyway, I had to say that. It's in my notes and I just.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
There was a lot. These sex scenes were very specific in a unique way. Like it was like bros having sex.
Yeah. Idiots in Love. It's a
It was
great
really.
genre.
It was just
Idiots
like
in
they
Love.
could never. They were like talking, but they weren't saying anything. Like throughout all the sex, like they couldn't find the words to express themselves.
Yeah.
But they kept trying. I don't know. It was like they also kept like. Wasn't there repeated where like one of them would look at the other one and he had like a really dumb look on his face? Like they kept looking and there was a really dumb look on his face, which was supposed to mean that he was like overcome with passion, I think. But they constantly just had like dumb looks on their face. Which I don't know.
Very funny.
The sex scenes were good.
Oh, great. Great.
Yeah.
Great.
Well described.
Okay. Anyway, we recommend it.
Totally.
Okay. Switching gears, should we tell our listeners what we're reading next?
Yes.
Okay. Let me remind myself the name. Upcoming holiday, one of our favorites, and we think the sexiest.
Mm-hmm.
Purim's coming up.
Couple weeks.
I already started my Hamantaschen.
Oh my gosh.
I know. I know.
What does that mean? You already started that?
It's because I went to. Okay, it means that I make more than usually just one day's worth of Hamantaschen because I make a lot. But
Okay.
the reason I started is because we had no school today, so I signed the kids up for a like Hamantaschen making thing. So we went
Oh, yeah.
to make Hamantaschen at Chabad, and it was fun. We did it last year too, and I was like, this is just a cute hour and a half of our day. Why not? But then
Totally.
then I came home and ended up making a bunch more because
Oh, wow. You were inspired.
yeah, but also because I don't know if it was the recipe or what, but they like didn't the shape wasn't so beautiful. I like it when they come out and they look good, you know.
I hear you.
So these were more like for us to eat.
Right,
So then
right.
I was home, you know, we're like, let's just make some more. We're home anyway.
Great.
So, but I don't know now. Do I freeze them and then give them in Mishloach Manot? Now I'm confused. It's in 2 weeks. I'm early.
Right. I think you gotta freeze them or like give them away early or something.
Yeah.
Bring them to
How
work.
early can you give a Purim basket? I wonder. Now, in a week?
I think in a week you could give one. Sure.
What about at the end of this week? It's early. It's too early. I think I have to
I think
wait.
if you're gonna see someone, like if you weren't gonna see them, then you could give it. But I think if you're gonna see them every day from now until Purim, you shouldn't give it at the end of this week.
I think I have to freeze them. Okay. The Gilded Chamber, a novel of Queen Esther
Yes.
by Rebecca Kohn, or Cohn, Kohn. I can't wait. I don't know much, but let's get the description.
Okay.
For centuries, her name has been a byword for feminine beauty, guile, and wisdom. This sweeping, meticulously researched novel restores Esther to her full, complex humanity while reanimating the glittering Persian Empire in which her story unfolded. Esther comes to that land as a terrified Jewish orphan betrothed to her cousin, a well-connected courtier? I don't know. Is that right?
Yeah, I think that's
Thank
right.
you.
Yeah.
She finds a world racked by intrigue and unfathomable hatreds and realizes that the only way to survive is to win the heart of its king. Passionate, suspenseful, and historically authentic, The Gilded Chamber illuminates the dilemma of a woman torn between her heart and her sense of duty, resulting in pure narrative enchantment. It sounds very good.
I like
It was
it.
written in 2005.
Oh, wow.
So it's a 21-year-old book.
Okay. But hey, it's an ancient story, so.
Oh, yeah. That's not stopping us.
No, no. We've been saying there aren't enough Purim-based romance novels.
But this does make sense now why it's not in e-form. It's not an electronic book form.
Oh,
But
right.
it then made me think that maybe there's a hard copy available at the library.
Oh, good call.
You know what I mean? If we want
Yeah.
to do that.
Okay, I can check that out.
That's possible? I don't know. Because that's an old book.
Well, I
As
can
soon as
look.
I see the library starts giving away books, it's
Oh, really?
like they're like, I don't know, maybe they need to make space or something.
Well, I recently, for the first time, like ordered a book to come to our branch from a different branch.
You've never done that before?
No, I hadn't. I know it's easy, but I just never did it. And then I did it, and I was like, oh, this is so
So
easy.
you were just reading whatever was there, or you were only reading on Libby?
I was reading mostly on Libby, and then sometimes I just take the kids to the physical library and they pick out books. But then Sammy was reading this series, and he wanted like
Exactly.
number 9 in the series, and
Exactly.
it wasn't on Libby. And then it wasn't at the
Exactly, that's what
Park
I do.
branch. They ordered it.
That's what I do.
Yeah,
I love it.
yeah, it's amazing.
I
It
just
was nothing.
click all
It's
the
click of a
different books
button.
that I want, that Binny wants, of a whole series.
Yeah,
Incredible. Then they're just there waiting for me.
it's great.
I just love the library so much.
It's amazing, and you can't buy all these books, especially for kids. They read them in like 2 hours.
Exactly. I just love it. I love the library.
It's
I
wonderful.
get to still be a member of the New York Public Library because I work in New York.
Oh yeah, look at you.
So that's how I have both memberships. It's kosher.
I would never have questioned you. You're upstanding as an upstanding library citizen.
I am.
But thank you for
I
clarifying.
am. And sometimes when I go in to pick up my books that are on hold at the library, I don't have my library card on me every now and then, and I give them my ID because you could just give your ID when you get books on hold.
Right.
And it's a Jersey license. I'm proud because it's kosher. I work in the
above board.
city.
Nothing to hide.
Above board, nothing to hide. The Gilded Chamber. Okay, that's our next book. If you're reading along, you got to get a hard copy because it's not an electronic book. And I can't wait to read it.
Same.
Yes, it's in the Jersey Library.
Oh,
Place
amazing.
hold, baby.
Look at that.
Okay.
Fabulous. All right. Look at that.
Hold placed.
It's all coming together.
Okay, we'll talk soon.
Okay.
Night, Mal.
Oh wait. Did you
Oh,
want to say anything about
sponsors. Sorry, guys. Rewind. This podcast is produced by William Levin. And it is brought to you by Hanukkah Pong, available at newtraditions.com. And it's 20% off. It's a menorah-shaped beer pong game, perfect any time of year. But you might be listening to this on Hanukkah. We don't know when you're binging the podcast. We do know it's very bingeable. And it's 20% off with promo code Hanukkah Erotica, HANUKKAHEROTICA. Thanks, New Traditions. Is that everything?
I think so.
All right. Good night.
Good night.